I don't think people realize how much the world can change in just a week. Let's break down what's making headlines worldwide right now. Here's your 90-second world news update. We begin with the global economy. The IMF has downgraded its growth forecast for 2025 to just 2.8%, citing rising trade tensions. Global trade growth is falling sharply and inflation is staying stubbornly high. U.S. GDP is forecast to slow to 1.8% with a 40% risk of recession. China's growth is also cooling, and the UK and Russia face slowdowns. Experts warn the world needs trade stability and flexible policies to avoid further shocks. Turning to the United States, President Trump's 10% tariffs this month have shaken global markets. More than half of Americans oppose broad tariffs, but targeted tariffs still have strong bipartisan support. America's global reputation is slipping, with fewer than half of people worldwide now viewing the U.S. positively. For the first time in a decade, China has edged ahead in global favorability ratings. Shifting gears to sports, the IFSC Climbing World Cup kicked off its 2025 season in Wujiang, China. Athletes like Toby Roberts and Sarah Kopar impressed in the lead events as competitors gear up for the Los Angeles 2028 Olympics. Expect fierce rivalry and fresh talent on the world climbing stage this year. That's your snapshot of the world right now. Economies shifting, politics evolving, and new stars rising. We'll keep you updated as these stories develop. Stay informed. Subscribe for more world news fast.
On April 22, 2025, a devastating terrorist attack in Pahalgam, Jammu and Kashmir, claimed the lives of 26 civilians, including Indian and foreign tourists. The resistance front, linked to Lashkar-e-Taiba, claimed responsibility. India holds Pakistan accountable, a charge Islamabad denies. In immediate response, India suspended the 1960 Indus Waters Treaty, closed the Atari border, and revoked all Pakistani visas except for diplomatic and official categories. Pakistan retaliated by closing its airspace to Indian flights and suspending trade relations. The Indian armed forces have intensified operations in Jammu and Kashmir, demolishing suspected militant hideouts and conducting extensive searches. The Indian Air Force initiated large-scale exercises involving frontline fighter jets, signaling heightened military readiness. Prime Minister Narendra Modi condemned the attack, vowing to bring the perpetrators to justice. The Cabinet Committee on Security convened to assess the situation, directing all forces to maintain high vigilance. The escalation has raised global concerns, with the United Nations urging both nations to exercise restraint. The suspension of the Indus Waters Treaty, vital for Pakistan's irrigation, has particularly alarmed international observers. As tensions mount, the region watches closely. India's multifaceted response underscores its resolve against terrorism. The path ahead remains uncertain, with the world hoping for de-escalation.